Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to study about solid dielectrics. Solid dielectric materials have low dielectric loss, high mechanical strength, free from gaseous inclusions and moisture, and be resistant to thermal and chemical deterioration and have higher breakdown strength when compared to liquid and gases. When breakdown occurs, dielectric strength of solids get permanently damaged while gases fully and liquid partly recover their dielectric strength after electric field is removed. The various breakdown mechanisms in case of a solid dielectric are intrinsic or ionic breakdown, electromechanical breakdown, failure due to treeing and tracking, thermal breakdown, electrochemical breakdown, breakdown due to internal discharges. We have a graph here which shows variation of breakdown strength with time after application of voltage. The graph is plotted between breakdown strength and log time. We can see that intrinsic or electromechanical breakdown has highest breakdown strength, followed by streamer breakdown, thermal breakdown, and electrochemical breakdown. Let us go to the first method of breakdown, that is intrinsic breakdown. It depends on free electrons capable of migration through lattice of dielectric. In solid dielectrics, small number of conduction electrons along with structural imperfections and small amount of impurities are present. Impurity atoms act as a trap for conduction electrons up to certain range of electric field and temperature. When this range exceeds, additional electrons release which participate in conduction causing breakdown. Based on this principle, two types of breakdown mechanism occurs in intrinsic breakdown. First is electronic breakdown and avalanche or streamer breakdown. Let us have a look at electronic breakdown. Electric field applied, the electrons gain energy and cross forbidden energy gap from valence to conduction band. The increased number of electrons in conduction band due to repeated process causes breakdown. Avalanche or streamer breakdown is similar to breakdown in gases due to cumulative ionization. An electron within dielectric drift from cathode to anode, gains energy from field and loses it during collision. The energy gain exceeds lattice ionization potential and liberates additional electrons. The process repeats, forming electron avalanche. When avalanche exceeds certain critical size, breakdown occurs. The next type of breakdown is electromechanical breakdown. In electromechanical breakdown, when solid dielectrics are subjected to high electric field, breakdown occurs due to electrostatic compressive forces which can exceed mechanical breakdown. If thickness of specimen is D0 is compressed to D under an applied voltage, electrically developed compressive stress is in equilibrium if epsilon naught epsilon r into v square upon 2d square is equal to y ln d naught by d, where y is Young's module. Mechanical instability occurs when d naught by d is equal to 1.67. By substituting this value here, we have E max is equal to V upon D naught is equal to 0.6 into y upon epsilon naught epsilon r raised to the power 1 by 2, having highest apparent electric stress before breakdown. Breakdown due to treeing and tracking. When a solid dielectric is subjected to electrical stress for a long time, failure occurs. The two kinds of visible markings are observed on a dielectric material. They are presence of conducting path across surface of insulation, and insulation deterioration occurs as a result of sparks caused by passing of leakage current through conducting path. Tracking occurs between dielectric and insulating material by increasing stress resulting in insulation failure. Treeing occurs due to erosion at tip of spark causing increased conductivity by formation of conducting paths. We have a diagram here which shows arrangement for study of treeing phenomena. Here 1 and 2 are electrodes. A dielectric material lies between two electrodes. Voltage across media are V1 across air gap and V2 across dielectric. There is a possibility for two dielectric to come in series causing sparking in the air gap, which results in breakdown. The next type of breakdown is thermal breakdown. When an electric field is applied to a dielectric, conduction current flows which heats up the specimen and temperature rises. Heat generated is transferred to the surrounding material by conduction through solid dielectric and by radiation from its outer surface. When heat used to raise temperature of dielectric plus heat radiated out equals heat generated, equilibrium is reached. Heat generated under DC stress is given by WDC is equal to epsilon E square into E square into sigma watt per centimeter cube. Heat generated due to AC field is given here. Equilibrium is reached when WDC or WAC is equal to heat dissipated WT. Breakdown occurs when either of WDC or WAC exceeds WT. Here we have a graph which shows thermal instability in solid dielectrics. The graph is plotted between heat generated or heat loss versus temperature. Thermal instability condition is shown here. The heat loss is shown by a straight line, while heat generated at field E1 and E2 by separate curved lines. At field E2, breakdown occurs at T1 and TA and TB temperature, while for field E1, temperature region of TA and TB generated are less than the heat loss, and hence breakdown will not occur for E1 while breakdown occurs for field E2. Electrochemical deterioration. Some dielectric material in the presence of air and other gases undergo chemical changes when subjected to continuous electrical stress causing breakdown. Some important chemical reactions that occur are oxidation, hydrolysis, chemical actions. The chemical and electrochemical deterioration increases rapidly with temperature, hence, high temperature should be avoided. The next type of method of breakdown is breakdown due to internal discharges. Solid insulating material contains void or cavities within medium or at boundaries between dielectric and electrodes. These voids are filled with medium or low dielectric strength having dielectric constant less than insulation. So, electric field strength in voids is higher than across dielectric. Hence, even under normal working voltages, the field in the void may exceed breakdown voltage, causing breakdown. Here we have a circuit setup showing electrical discharge in a cavity and its equivalent circuit. Consider a dielectric between two conductors. If insulation is divided into three parts, an electrical network C1, C2, C3 is formed. C1 represents capacitance of void with thickness D1 and permittivity epsilon naught. C2 is capacitance of dielectric in series with void with D2 thickness and epsilon 1 permittivity, while C3 is capacitance of rest of the dielectric, where D1 is very much less than D2. We have sequence of cavity breakdown under alternating voltages. When voltage V1 is reaches breakdown strength of medium in cavity Vi, breakdown occurs. Vi here is called as discharge inception voltage. When first breakdown occurs across cavity, breakdown voltage becomes 0. Once V1 becomes 0, spark gets extinguished and again voltage rises till breakdown occurs and again it goes to 0 and the process repeats again and again. The solid dielectrics that are used practically are paper, fiber, mica, ceramic, rubber, plastic, and epoxy resins. Plastics are classified into polyethylene, fluorocarbon plastics, nylon, polyvinyl chloride, polyesters, polystyrenes. Thank you.